Hey there, YouTube. Today is Tuesday, the 12th day of October, 2021. It's about 9:54 or so in the morning, and we are starting our East Church Street or Church Street East tour with some historic buildings. The building I'm showing you is obviously where this tour starts at. It's on the corner of Church and Royal Street in Mobile, Alabama. This used to be the old marketplace, and this was built back in 1853, I think it was. It's now the Welcome Center and a museum as well. So, as they say on the literature, that this is built in the Italianate style. And if you look over some of the arches and things, like right here in front of us, they've got some nice little iron work in those arches, and they do. And this goes all the way down through there. So that's that building there. Let's go on down, and there's a lot more to see. All right, so if you can see that there, you see it says the Fort of Colonial Mobile. I've got this over here. I don't really think this is part of it. But as we walked by here a little bit ago, you see here, this really looks like the representation of it with those fleur-de-lis up there at the top, those gates. And then you see this building, ramparts and everything up there. And right here they even got this cannon. Now, this actually isn't even on the tour that they have. You see it says Spanish Cannon, circa 1710. So it says excavated at the site of the King's Wharf. Okay. Then they've got this, what looks like a big shell. You can see there with a ship painted on it. And then of course another cannon right here, and it says British cannon circa 1760 from Fort Charlotte is what that says. And so again, you can see the ramparts up there. There's a cannon. There's a cannon up there in between those two. How y'all doing? And then down here on the corner, I think is the next interesting thing to take a look at. You see how that's made up there? Oh, right up here. There's a cannon there. And a cannon right through there. Well, and a cannon there. And a cannon there. So they've got it made up like this would be a real fort. And then again, you see here on this corner piece, I think that's really neat looking, and how they've got this made down here. And then you can see it runs down to the side there. So here, this is the Fort of Colonial Mobile, but this is really wiped out, really weather worn. You can see that says Church Street hopefully up there. And you can see all these walls and everything. Yeah, so down here it says 1702 original fort constructed, 1723 fort rebuilt, 1763 to 1780, the English Fort Charlotte, 1780 to 1813, the Spanish Puerto Charlotta, and 1813 to 1820, U.S. Fort Charlotte. So you can see it went through a number of hands and names as they went about. And see, they've even got this old wall here, and it turns out the Revolutionary War was fought here, and this place was quickly taken in 1780 by the Americans. So pause that and read that, and that should be of some interest. And then this is Theater Street right here, and look at this nice tree right here. And so right here you can see that this is the site of Mobile's first theater, erected in 1824 by N.M. Ludlow, whence Theater Street derives its name. So that's how this street became known. You can see that sign right there. There's that tree. That's why this is Theater Street, because the very first theater was put here. So it totally makes sense to me. Nice tree right here. So this is our next thing to visit and to see. Believe it or not, this actually was the first courthouse in this area and the first jail. Let's see what this is. Here within Fort Charlotte was Mobile's first jail. Yeah, there you go. This tablet, placed by Historic Mobile in 1938. So you can see the house here. Isn't that nice? But yeah, I said it was actually the courthouse and the first jail. And I said around the back, there are still some remnants. Some of the jail bars and things. But you can see they got a cannon in the yard there, a cannon in the yard there. Right here it tells you the name of the place. And that porch up there is really nice, is it not? Hopefully you like that. Anyway, we're going to continue down this way for the tour. Okay, so this beauty that you're looking at right here, this used to be the Hall Ford home. This was built in 1836 and is one of the earliest residences in this whole area. And it is now the Fort Conde Inn, so you could actually stay here. And boy, what a place to stay. I mean, it looks like it's extraordinarily nice and big, I can tell you that, with those columns and everything. But this is Emmanuel Street. They even have this house here. No, these aren't on the tour. I just want to show you what the other houses around here look like. Not too bad, huh? And then back onto that corner down there. But then back to this. So just thought you'd want to see a common residence of 1836. Pretty nice. Let's keep going. Alright, so on my video yesterday, I actually got some of this right here. This, on this sign, it says Christ Church Cathedral. But this says corner of Church and St. Emmanuel Streets. And you see in this right here, it says the Episcopal Church. So that's what kind of threw me. But anyway, according to what I've got, it says that this was built between 1838 and 1840. But that people had been worshiping here since as early as 1822. And this is a Greek revival building. So this is a good candidate to show that. See all these little bushes here. So that is that building, and we'll keep on going. All right, so this house right here in front of us, this is the Chandler House, and this is sort of got Greek revival elements in it. It's the big thing for this particular house. It's at 350 Church Street. But then another thing that they talk about is back behind this house, and once we get past this big extension on this thing, you see this house here. This is what they call the Waring House, I believe. Waring or Waring. It's W-A-R-I-N-G. I think it's Waring. And this was actually known as, I think they said Little Texas. Had something to do with Texas anyway. That these people had that rebel independent spirit. And I guess, some problems. You see the big old green door right there. And though we can't see it, let me pull this up and see what we can see over top of it. Alright, so right now you're looking in an area that I can't see. I have no clue what we're looking at. You can see up on the porch right there. And then back up over that thing, around down to that end of the house there. So this one was built in 1840. And you can see that these are two very, very close neighbors in both of these. All right, so let's keep on going. We're going to continue on down Church Street because that's the way the tour goes. I just wanted to show you, this is not part of the tour, but you see these big crazy trees here. Very magnificent trees. They got these nice places over here across the street you can see, and even these, believe it or not, are not a part of the tour. Kind of reminds me of places in New Orleans, and which, that's the nastiest city in America as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, we're just going down to 407. But just look, you see all these trees all the way down there. I'm just walking a little bit in the street. Here, there's somebody coming. I can get out in the middle just to give you a fair look right down at, we're at the corner of Church and Franklin right now as I speak. And then you see that house there at 401. And then over here is a great big fountain. So we'll go ahead and we'll add that. So let's go over to that. All right, so this is called Spanish Plaza by that sign. If you look over and see that bench over there, more importantly, you see this bench right here. How cool is that? That took some intricate detail work. And the biggest thing here is the fountain. These flags they got up here around it. And so there's a pretty nice fountain. Let's go to this side first. That one there's blank, so that is nothing. And that one there Got a big cathedral and stuff. Another one up there on top of the hill. There is some statue over here of a fella. Let me see who he is. Fernando de Soto, 1500 to 1542, adventurer, soldier, dreamer, the first to bring the influence of Spain, the laws of culture to Alabama. This is the original concept in stone of de Soto. Alright, so in other words, they don't have a clue if that's what he actually looked like, but that's the way they drew it or made it. But anyway, back to the fountain, which is the whole center of this thing. Over this way, we have a horse statue. And it's got 2 plaques on it. So let's see, what does it say? Little Colt of Cordoba. So there you go. I'll let you pause that and read that, just so you can see that. And then this also says the Little Colt. So you can see that this was damaged in 79. But you can pause, read all that. So we got that. Alright, anyway, we'll go back to the fountain. And here we have a bench that ain't got nothing on it. The thing with that, got somebody flying a quadcopter right up there. Alright, let's head out this way and see what this has got. Alright, so here we have this statue here with beads on it, which is kind of weird. It says Isabella Cattolica, 1451 to 1504. Interesting. Crown and scepter of Isabel. And then over here we got a bench that's all made up. Got a lot of details into it as well, as you can see. And all these nice trees here. A lot of nice trees out that way. And then we'll go over here and let's see what this main wall out here says. Nice little tree. Okay, this one says our Spanish heritage. So again, you can pause all this and read it. Pause that down there and read it. And that's just the ending down there. And then you can see they've got this coat of arms here. And then Mobile Spanish Plaza. So again, if you want to pause and read all this stuff, you can. Now I'll just back out and show you the whole wall together. Right there's the whole wall. Alright, let's keep on going. Now we're here in the Chamber of Commerce. This is not part of the tour at all, but you see this tree, gigantic tree, and we're making it a part of the tour just because of its absolute beauty. Look at that limb that goes all the way down to the ground over there. Those great big ones up there. I mean, that big limb right up there in the center is big enough to be a tree all by itself. And then over here as we come around, try to get you out of the sun. There we go. See this big old limb here. I mean, my goodness. That limb has got to be, I don't know, 30 plus feet long, I would say, in total, front to back. There's the base of the thing right there. Pretty nice tree. We like that.